Hello everybody, this is Gruesome Fox coming at you with a 700 cost rated match in the Zeta Plus C1. This is going to be a match on Arctic Base, and this is going to be the level 3 version of the C1, which is a mobile suit that I've been trying to play for quite a while now. Did play the 600 cost version a few times, which is its native cost, and really didn't get any matches that I was satisfied with, so I decided, hey, why not take it out to 700 here, give it a spin, and I really only intended to play like 1 or 2 matches for this. I ended up actually playing 6 matches total with the 700 cost version, and really found myself enjoying it a lot. Like, I found it to be a lot more enjoyable to play this level of it than the level 1 version. Now, I haven't played the level 2 version at 650 yet. Probably will try to play that one in the future whenever I can find a 650 room, but really wanted to try some matches in Rated specifically to try my hand with the C1, because again, it is a suit that I've been trying to play for quite a bit, since it is one with a very interesting, or at least I think interesting, kit and kind of playstyle that it has associated with it. So yeah, the instance kind of reminds me of the Rigsy Custom, how that's a suit that at its native cost I really wasn't too much of a fan of, but playing it at 700 really kind of started having me like it a lot more, and then really had me playing it at its lower cost as well. So I'm kind of hoping that's what kind of happens with the C1 here when I do attempt to play 600 and eventually 650 as well. But yeah, the Zeta Plus C1 is a support type mobile suit, and I did talk about its interesting loadout and playstyle, and well, it's because I think the weapons here are quite interesting. Your main weapon is the Zeta Plus C1 Beam Smart Gun. This is going to be that large shield-style gun, and yeah, when you charge it up, it gets you a heavy stagger, and if you just fire it normally, it counts as a normal instant stun. So it is quite the useful weapon in terms of its utility. Now, when you do a full charge, it does take the full energy that you have, so you will have to wait for it to overheat or finish overheating afterwards, but really it doesn't take too long for this, and I think I also have the recovery part for beam weapons overheating as well, so that also helped a lot for this match here. It's definitely a part that I think you should have on this suit, because you do want to make as much use with the beam smart gun as you can. The waist, I think they call them the thigh beam cannon. The beam cannons on the sides there, those are also a really good rapid fire weapon. Do some really good damage, and also good for getting stun if you can land most of the hits. So as you can see here, like, yeah, a little over 1,000 damage to a Z Gundam there, and you land that 4 times. That's a pretty hefty amount of damage that's stacking up against a general there. You also have a beam saber and a pair of head Vulcans. Don't really have too much to say about both of those. Though the thing with the C1 is that you do actually have 2 melee swings. I don't use it a whole lot in this round here, mainly because I think I forgot that this suit has 2 swings. So yeah, you do have that, so that is something to remember when using the suit. And right now, just trying to go and do some repairs. So I think I'm actually going to try to help repair my Z Gundam over here instead, try to get them up to a relatively decent health pool before the enemy team spawns in. Oh, you can also transform with the C1 as well. That's something that I should also mention, because the way that the smart gun works is going to be different. It does have an alternate smart gun when it is transformed, which doesn't heavy stagger, but does pierce. So that is a aspect of that, or at least when you do the full charge. You can also fire it uncharged. I don't know if it counts as a instant stun uncharged, because I don't think I got a good look at it. I think I didn't. This is another aspect of it. I didn't really use too much the uncharged version of the beam smart gun when I was in the Wave Rider form. Yeah, I don't think it instant stuns, unless it was just maybe the mobile suit I was hitting. Because you have a lot of things at 700 that are very resilient to stuns. It may have been a Penelope that I tried to hit, so that might very well explain why I didn't see much with that. But you also have an alternate version of the beam guns as well. Really good rapid fire beam guns. Again, just good for getting some chip damage and trying to get a stun with that. Not really even chip damage, because I feel like with both forms, the beam cannons are just really good in terms of their overall damage. But yeah, the C1 here, yeah, seems actually like a really decent support at this cost. I was actually surprised with how, I'll say, alright my performance was. For none of the matches that I played, I was getting like ridiculously high stats. Like, I think in this match here, I end up getting 5th place. So, not really too impressive in terms of the win results. That's kind of how a lot of matches went if I wasn't on the losing side, because there was some losing matches where I was very low on, like the scoreboard, so I don't know if it's a cost thing or maybe it's just me still trying to get used to the suit, but yeah, not too impressive results, but still feels like a reliable mobile suit overall, especially again with that heavy stagger that you get with the beam smart gun. I think that's really useful at 700 to have some form of a heavy stagger, because you just have a lot of suits that are either boosting or flying around. Is especially handy when it comes to the Z Gundam, because usually, at 700, Z Gundams are just very common now. Not really a whole lot of them, as like there used to be when it initially released, but there's still a common sight. I feel like in most matches you are still going to find at least one in a room. So having a heavy stagger that you can use to knock them out of the sky is really useful, and it's even more useful if you're able to follow up with the beam cannons. So that's a nifty thing about it. Oh, another thing you can also do as well is that if you are close enough to an enemy and you land the heavy stagger, you can go in for a downswing with the beam saber, and then go in with the thigh cannons. You can use those, and then you can get a pretty decent damaging combo. So, again, another bit of potential that this suit has, and, well, right now trying to see if I can find something to aim at just on the bridge here. Yeah, I'm gonna fly away, because I don't think there's gonna be much I can do against that high new Gundam. Well, I guess another thing I should mention too with the transformation, kind of more of a bit of a warning, is that I don't think you have any of the skills that prevent you from getting knocked out of the air if you get hit with a instant stun. So, that is something you want to watch out for. You are able to get knocked out of the air fairly easy. So, really watch how you're using the transformation so you don't get knocked out of the sky, because you are support, and even then, there's a lot of generals that can do some hefty damage to you. I had a unicorn in its destroy mode really take a large chunk of my health out with its beam saber combo. So really something that you want to look out for. But other than that, yeah, it's actually been a pretty fun experience playing the C1 here. Again, kind of surprised at how much fun I was having. Didn't expect to play as many matches as I did with it. So, that's going to be the end of the match here. So let's see how we did over here with the C1 on Arctic Base. Again, I think I may have gone 5th on this match. So yeah, nothing on the top board here, but I did beat my rival. And yeah, 5th place with 2 kills and 2 loss. Did get 3rd in assist and 3rd in damage dealt as well, which I feel like for the C1 here, and this is actually the first match I played at 700 as well, I forgot to mention that. This was my first 700 match I played with the C1. For the first match, I don't think those are necessarily bad results, so that's kind of the reason I wanted to keep this match here, because I feel like it was a pretty decent match. And that's kind of in my placement in the matches I played afterwards. Again, if I didn't end up closer to the bottom, I feel like I was more in that 5th and 4th spot with it. So again, not sure if that's really just the C1 at this cost, maybe just underperforming, or it might just be me. Might literally just be a skill issue on my end. But yeah, might actually start playing the suit a bit more in the future, kind of like the way I did the Legacy Custom for a while. But yeah, that's all I really have to say for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Zeta Plus C1. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.